What's going on, everyone? In this video, I'll be covering 3 amazing SAT math tricks that you need to know to get an 800 on the SAT math. But before I continue, I want to let you all know that I'm almost done, like 9% done, completing my SAT math course, fast track to an 800, which is all the tricks, tips, compilation of everything I've ever known for SAT math, all in like a 5 to 8 hour course that I will give to you all. It will be priced at whatever price point, and I just want you all to be on the lookout for that. It will be ready within the next coming weeks. Probably 1 week. So with that, the first best trick for the SAT math section is putting in 0 into an expression. Now, what I mean by this is don't just go put zeros in everything, because there's nothing you can get out of that. What I mean is sometimes you'll be given questions, right, that are like, what is a equivalent expression to the expression given? And it'll give you an expression, and then it'll have 4 choices, A, B, C, D. It'll all be different expressions, and you're basically trying to manipulate the given expression and make it match one of the choices. Now, what a lot of students do is they might have to do like long division, synthetic division, a bunch of things, nitty-gritty things, just to get one of the answer choices, and that may take anywhere from 1 minute to 1 minute and 30 seconds, because this is usually one of the longer problems on the SAT. But there's a trick, and that is to just plug in 0 into the given equation. So plug in 0 to the given equation and see what the resulting value is, and then plug in 0 to all the answer choices and see what the resulting value is. The choice that has the same resulting value as the given expression will be the answer, because equivalent expression means given an input, you should get the same output for both functions because they're equal. Now, sometimes what might happen is A and D might be crossed out, but B and C might give you the same output if you put in 0 into the given expression and to B and C. So what you have to do now is you have to put in 1 into the given expression and then 1 into B and C and see which one gives the same correct output, because usually after 0 and 1 you get your answer choice. I've never personally seen anyone having to put in 2. Usually 0 or 1 is able to knock out 3 answer choices. Trick number 2, and this trick really applies to the SAT calculator section, because a lot of students do struggle with the SAT calculator section because they feel like there's not enough tricks to really use on the section, which is really false, because in fact there are a lot of tricks you can use, and one of the best tricks is using your calculator, and that is using the intersection function. And when I mean calculator, I mean a TI-84 graphing calculator, because those are the calculators that are really good to use for the SAT or for exams in general when you're in like higher level math, probably from junior year of high school to like end of year college. Using the intersection function, all you have to do is you get the equation, you put it into y1, and then y2 you put 0, and then you just find the intersection between the equation and the horizontal line at 0, and boom, you found your zeros. Or say you're given a system of equations that you have to find the solutions to the system of equations. Well, all you gotta do is put one equation to y1 and put the other equation to y2, intersect, and boom, you got your solution. It's very simple to do, and it's not really hard. All you have to do is understand how to get to the intersection function, how to use y1 and y2 on the calculator. These are all things you should have learned by now, given you are a junior or a senior in high school. So hopefully you have learned them, and you should utilize that method to get the answer for any question that asks what are the solutions to the system equations, what solution to this equation for the calculator section. And now, before I move on, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Yeti. Yeti is an NFT collection that is almost out. Within the next week is going to be out. It's a really cool collection with a very nice, fun type of art. These NFTs are very cheap, so if you're just getting to NFTs, you can easily get this and probably sell for a higher price or hold it for the long term, because it is a very cool piece of art that I think has a lot of potential in the future. The site's nice, the team is nice, and it's pretty straightforward project. I verified it. I think it's really cool, so you guys should check it out. I will see you all on the mid date on January 23rd. And now my third tip is to learn linear equation manipulation. The linear equation section is basically the heart of algebra section, and the heart of algebra section has mainly linear equation problems. So understanding heart of algebra, which is like 40% of the entire SAT, will almost guarantee you at least like a 600 on the SAT. If you can get every single heart of algebra question right, and given you're at least decent on the other questions, you can get anywhere from a 600 to like a 740. Now, obviously, if you want the upper 700s or even the 800, you're gonna have to get everything right or a lot of other stuff correct. If you want like the bulk score, bulk points out of the SAT math section that you can get, then you want to learn linear equation manipulation. This is basically understanding all the different formulas for linear equation section, like point slope form, slope intercept form, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 equals m, and understanding all of these separate equations and being able to manipulate one of these equations to get to the other will help you solve linear equation problems that much faster. For example, say you're given 2 points on a line, and the question asked you was the slope. Use a y2 minus y1 or x2 minus x1 equals m formula. Boom, you got the slope. And then say it says there's a line parallel to this line. What's the equation of that line? Given this point, you got m, which is the slope. Parallel lines, so they have the same slope. Plug that into point slope form. Use the point given. Plug that into point slope form, and then boom, do the math, and you got your equation. Now that may have sounded like a lot, and if you got lost at what I just said, that means you probably aren't really that good yet with point slope form and slope intercept form, so you want to practice that. Now if you did understand what I just said, that means you at least are a good listener, but you also are pretty well versed in the point slope form to slope intercept form navigation, which is really good. But if you want to practice further, then be sure to check out my SAT math notes in the description below, because they have all the formulas you need for the linear equation section, so be sure to use them. So if you want to be successful in the SAT math section, be sure to learn these 3 tricks. There's a bunch of other tricks that are included in my SAT math notes, so check those out. But learn all the tricks, practice many problems, take many practice tests, and once you've done all of that, to relax and chill and maybe make some money, check out Yeti NFT collection in the description below as well. Thank you all for watching. Course coming out very soon.